Ready to go?
Yeah, we're just going to dive right in.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so our first question is, so why the name Low Cut High Tops?
I was like thinking about doing like a rock sound. I like don't listen to rock music much. I didn't know what to call it. My brother has like this weird shoe fetish stuff. He has like all these Jordans, and like one night I was like trying to think of something, but my dad was like yelling at him, and he was like, "You got your high tops and your low cuts," and said something like that, and I was like, "Oh, that's kind of a nice, like, kind of opposite contrast name, like low cut high tops, and kind of has like a symbolism of like materialism with the youth, and I kind of liked it." I don't know.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, no, I like the funniness of it. It's good.
There was one blog that was like, you would think by their name it would be some candy pop stuff, and that kind of. But yeah, that made me self-conscious. Like, oh, maybe I should have went with something not so bubblegum pop.
No, it all adds up. So from your Facebook profile, it said that you went to art school, and we're wondering where you went to art school and what was the decision that made you leave?
I was in like ninth grade, and I was having problems at my junior high because they wanted to expel me. And like I did a project that was like flash animation, and my teacher was like, there's an alternative school downtown that's art, like all based around art, and you have to try out to get in, but I'm sure you would. And then like the real catch was that they offered more credits, and then that's when my parents were like, take it, audition. So then I did, and I got in for visual arts, and then they flunked me at songwriting.
Ironic.
Yeah, that kind of made me mad.
Well, you're making up for it now, I think.
Yeah, no, it's weird because, like, so then they had me take it again, and they gave me a tutor, and he's the bass player of the band Issues now. They're like a screamo emo band. So he was my friend Skylar, and he was, like, super helpful, and then he had me pass, and then they flunked him because they said he did a bad job.
So it was like super subjective.
It's a
songwriting.
conspiracy.
That school was so backwards with everything, it was ridiculous.
So did you always see yourself pursuing a career in music? And if not, what were some of your other aspirations before then?
I always liked taking photos, but I was almost positive I couldn't do that as a career. And then I don't know, there's not a lot of things I like, and I didn't know what I was going to do. I don't know even if this music thing is headed somewhere good or not, so hopefully it is, because it is pretty fun making it, but I don't know, I always like kind of stumble upon stuff weirdly and then just try to take it as far as I can.
Awesome, yeah. So like when you approach music, do you feel, so like when you did photography, do you feel like you approach music in that same way? Like I feel like a lot of your lyrics are about women, and like you said that you like to take pictures of women. So does your photography, cinematography inspire your music at all?
Sort of, like, it was really funny when I was at the art school, like, every time you presented anything, you had to come up with this weird explanation of, like, what it meant to the world and you. And I always just wanted to do something that was sexy and, could arouse someone, but then they would appreciate, like, the lighting and the quality of the image. Mm-hmm. So I would always take, like, pictures of girls naked, like, at the park, or there was one I did that was really cool at, like, a gas station. She was, like, picking out milk, and there's stuff like that, like, not, like, shock. I guess it's kind of shock factor, but it's, like, that's something you wouldn't see that's really interesting. And there was kids there that, like, took pictures of leaves up close. It's like, what in the heck? This is not interesting in the least bit. I'm not going to remember this when I go home. So I guess my artistic statement would just to do something that, that stuck in my head and that was interesting to see or hear, and kind of like that.
Yeah, no, totally makes sense.
So how many musical projects did you have before finally coming to what is now known as Low Cut High Tops?
Oh, like 10. I helped write and produce a lot of stuff for like singers around this area when I was in high school. And then I also did a rap group with a friend, which I'll probably never tell anyone about because it was just like the raunchiest raps ever. And then I got into like 90s hip hop a lot, and I did a song with Fat Lip, and I really liked that. But then no one gave a crap about that. Then I still do orchestra stuff. I like scoring like kind of really like epic orchestra stuff, and I don't know, I'm all over the place. I even did I got signed when I was 17 for like some IDM music I was doing, but then they like locked me in, and I got out of my contract, but they wouldn't let me like do anything for 5 years. So right when that 5 years struck, I was like, okay, I got to do something.
So that kind of leads into, I don't know if that 5 years kind of correlates with, does that correlate with whatever? Or did it take a little bit longer to get to that album?
I started, it's really weird. I picked up the guitar for the first time ever, like in February of last year. And it's actually funny because I wanted to do some of the guitar. My cousin was over. My cousin he is such a little know-it-all. And, he was just like, you don't know what the heck you're doing and all this stuff. And then he said something about power chords, and he goes, it's the same fingering for every note. And I was like, oh my God. And like my mind was just going crazy. And I was like, I could probably do some with the guitar now. And then I wrote Red Lipstick like a couple minutes after he left.
Awesome. That was my next question, was what the first song was. So Red Lipstick was the first song?
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. So then how long did whatever take you to make, so you started that was started in February of last year?
Yeah, I guess so. It was all done around the summertime, and then I signed with this executive from Cobalt who's been helping me, because I don't know any political stuff with the music industry, and he heard me on some blog, and so I was just ready to just put it out, but he was like, no, this takes time, and you got to campaign it, and you got to do this, and so that was kind of frustrating when I already knew these songs had been recorded, they're done, and just waiting months and months.
Yeah.
So just like a switch of gears, what are some of your favorite and least favorite parts about being a solo artist and working on your own?
I really like it because I just have a really bad patience, and I have bad anxiety too, and I don't like doing anything creative with other people. It kind of, I don't know, it's I'm in control of it, I feel better, but if I had a band, someone with a drummer or bassist or anything, they have egos, they want to show off their skills, and it's not really not you're not doing the song justice, you're kind of trying to show off your skills, and I didn't really want that, and so I just thought, maybe I should just do this all by myself. But then it kind of does suck because people will message me offering me gigs at, festivals or bars and all this, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't even know how I would do that, and I have to turn it down. That's been the worst part of it.
Yeah. So, speaking of that, do you see yourself expanding Low Cut High Tops, adding more members, or ever collaborating with other acts in the future?
What do you mean, collaborating with other acts?
Doing an album together, or I don't know, since you're a solo artist and you're on guitar, if you would be a guitarist in another band, but I suppose you've kind of done that before. So is the solo artist so good that you would never go back to being in a band?
Yeah, I don't know. It was so at the art school I went to, I was into hip hop and stuff, and I wanted to do hip hop, but the rappers there, they're too passionate about it, and there's everything's just so serious, and I didn't like that. And then I just asked my friend, who I think he played the sax, if he wanted to rap, and then we just had kind of fun with it. And then there was a little cult following around here of our rap, and I always liked that, just people who didn't care so much, but they they liked making something that was interesting. And I don't know, it kind of sounds crappy to say, but it's just like if it means too much to them, it's not going to be fun to do it, you know?
Right.
And I don't know, I do take my project seriously, but at the same time, I'm just, having fun making what I think sounds interesting. It's like, hey, if you like it, cool. If you don't, that's awesome too.
Yeah, no, it's kind of like difficult. Like, it can be difficult to jive with a bunch of people, but you know yourself the best, so it totally makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know, maybe if there was someone else, the songs would be better.
Well,
who knows? We'll never know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel bad because that article that CMJ did with like top 10 reasons to drop out of art school.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a lot of people that listen to my music I didn't know like were in art school that just messaged me like, why would you say those things about that? Like,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Maybe I haven't been in there for that long, but maybe it's different. But
And it's like, yeah, it's like to each their own. There's like in the state that I'm from, there's like this prestigious art school, and it's like some people it's like the best thing that ever happens to them, and for some people it's definitely not that way.
yeah, that's how it was here. Like people, oh my God, you go to Soda, and I'm like, what the heck? It is not that cool at all. Like, I remember I was there for like, it was my first year, and I was there for 3 months, and like everyone dresses so out there to try to seem artsy. And I remember I went to the mall and I saw women like wearing jeans and shorts, and I was like, oh my God, I'm getting like turned on by this because I haven't seen it in so long. There's people dressing normally.
So
And then that's when it kind of depressed me. I was like, oh my gosh, maybe this isn't for me. I'm not that person.
So who are some of your favorite like musical and non-musical inspirations?
I really like Roger Deakins. He's a cinematographer, and like, I don't know, there's so many movies that I love, and like, I always look up who wrote it, who directed it, and all that, and like, I don't know, I think I was in like 7th grade or something where I was like, man, Roger Deakins makes a lot of the movies I love, and I remember that's how I got into like photography, like just trying to chase after like all his little tricks he does and stuff. And then ever since then, he's gotten like much bigger.
Yeah, maybe it's a sign. You will follow in the footsteps and get really big.
Yeah, no, it's like, I don't know. I've met a few celebrities where it's actually really funny. There's a movie called Leggy that they filmed in Seattle, and I'm like this die-hard Sam Rockwell fan. That's probably another influence of mine. And I don't know. I like it just because he seems like a normal, cool dude, but he like dances really, really well. And so I actually went so far as to make up a fake resume and send it to the local casting agent to get in the movie.
Nice.
And I like hung out with Keira Knightley and Chloe Grace Moretz for like 2 days, and like did not faze me one bit.
Yeah.
But like when Sam Rockwell came onto the set, I like froze up, had like a panic attack. I was freaking out.
So speaking of Seattle, it's very famous, well known for its alternative underground music scene. Is that a scene that you've gravitated towards or that you've tried to avoid?
I don't know. I didn't really like avoid it at first, but like it is annoying when you tell someone you're from Seattle, oh, grunge. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's all we're known for. That's cool, but I don't know. When you make like, I was making a lot of electronic music, and there's really no substance in there. It's just, oh, cool, a drop, and my subs are going nuts. And I was listening to so much of that, and then I don't even know how I stumbled upon it, but I was like listening to Nirvana and Weezer and these other bands. I was like, oh my gosh, these songs like they have something that means something behind the music, and that's what I should probably do rather than just sound effects and bass. Is that like off the topic of the question? I don't remember.
No.
You're doing well.
Totally fine. So who are some of your favorite artists at the moment? That could be musical, visual art, etc.
I've been watching a lot of Pee Wee Herman lately. God, that Pee Wee's Adventure is like, that is such a funny movie.
Oh, yeah.
But then there's also like, with a TV show, there's like this psychedelic, like stoner art. I don't know, it's weird. I've been getting into that. That's been fun to watch. And then, I don't know, it's really funny because I really only listen to like James Brown and Earth, Wind and Fire, the Gap Band, and I like a lot of disco music. Disco and soul is probably what I've just listened to mostly. But then there is some rock songs I will hear. I'm like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. Lately, it's just been I've been introduced to like kind of indie rock stuff because people are like, you sound like this, and then I'll go and listen to them.
Right. Do you think that's kind of a negative thing, like when you listen to other artists you get compared to?
Yeah, I would think it kind of is because obviously they're bigger than me. I'm going, okay, so you'd probably rather listen to that band than me if I sound like them.
Oh, so it kind of it kind of hurts your feelings a little bit.
Yeah, because it's like, it's not, I'd rather have someone be like, I've never heard anything like this before, rather than, this kind of sounds like Waves.
But that could also be, I feel like that's, no, go ahead.
No, what are you saying?
Yeah, I think your voice is so interesting, and I'm just like wondering, is that something that you like trained yourself to do, or have you always sung that way?
I never sang really.
Yeah.
I remember that Red Lipstick song I made, and I showed my best friend, and he was just like, I think you should get another singer on this. I was like, wow, that sucks. But then at the same time, like, I don't know, it's really cool because I was like, the singing isn't like, you know, some like a God's gift or anything, but and like artistically, it gives it this kind of like attitude almost, like, you know, I don't really care if I'm a good singer. This is just for you to sing along to, and I hope it's catchy. And I was really happy because I remember Weezer gave me a good, I don't even know what the word is, but they said they liked it, my music, because it was just pop rock with a ton of attitude. And I was like, cool, they get it. I really love them, and that is so cool that they understand what I'm doing, because there's some people that want to comment and be like, you're going to take singing lessons or something? I'm like, what the heck?
I say no to the singing lessons. I think it sounds really unique, and I really like it.
Yeah, I hope it sounds different. Like, I've always made fun of for my voice, so I imagine it's unique.
Yeah. So, on your Facebook profile, you say that you do almost everything in your bedroom, and I'm just wondering, is that where your creative process solely takes place? And also, this is kind of like a double question, why do you think that space is so conducive for your creativity?
I guess I've never tried making music anywhere else. You know, all my recording equipment's in my bedroom, so it's just, that's where I go. But I don't know, I feel like there's nothing to it. I sit down with the guitar and start strumming, and then, or if I'm on the piano and like, I don't know, there's some notes that have chemistry, I'm like, oh, and they keep going with it, and I'm like, okay, I need to go record this, and then just do it that way. And I don't know, I like doing it all in my bedroom because it's, you know, it's just me. And if you like the songs, they're going to be better on the second album because, you know, there's no variables. It's all me doing the same thing, but new songs. Like, I remember, I think I was in like third grade, and I really liked the rapper Nelly. And then his second album, I hated it. And I was like, why the heck does this suck? And his first album was good. And then I remember learning about like producers and stuff, and I was like, so what the heck? There's all these people, and they would change that up. And that's how I got into wanting to make music.
Yeah. So like if the opportunity presents itself, would you go to a different recording studio, or do you think you'd like to, you know, keep doing it in like, or at least like unconventional places that aren't like set up specifically for music recording?
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't want to. I don't like the whole studio thing. You know how all the artists, I'm in the studio. Like, you could do it anywhere. And like, I feel like I'm a good example of that. You be in your bedroom with very limited sources of recording, and it still sounds good. Mm-hmm. You don't need to spill so much money and have an engineer on standby and all this crap. That's so stupid. I hate that.
So when you would like set up for live shows, do you like try to incorporate as much as of your bedroom feel and what you have like in your bedroom, like on stage with you?
That's really funny. I haven't done a live show, but maybe if I do, I'll have like a bed right by me.
Yeah, I mean, I think if that's where all the juice flows,
Yeah.
I think that would
Yeah,
be a good best bet.
literally. No.
Wrap yourself up in a blanket. It'll be great.
Yeah. It's very. I don't know. There's a live show that I wouldn't want to. I don't know. I was just talking about this the other day with my manager person, but people go to shows and watch DJs press buttons, and like traditionally, I think we all like know, like in the '80s and stuff, it's a band playing their instruments. But like now, live shows kind of just is this different platform to present your music in a different way. And so I wouldn't want to do a live show where it's just a band playing, but like maybe like just re-record all my songs and then leave the guitars out and do it that way. Or
And I don't know, like there's a lot of bands, like if they have, like, I guess like I went to like a Panda Bear show and like he's just got his, his little setup, but like his big thing is that he's got all of this visual stuff. So like as someone who also does visual arts, like do you think you'd want to add an aspect like that to a live show?
yeah, that would be cool. Maybe bring out all my old pictures.
Yeah, you could have the pictures of all the naked women behind you, like the one at the gas.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I don't know. People are weird about like pornography and stuff, so I don't know how that would fly, but I would like to do that.
Oh, Panda Bear had one of naked women swirling around, so I definitely think you could swing it.
Yeah, it sucks so much that people are so weird about that stuff, but I don't know. I feel like if aliens like examined us and they're like, man, they can do this crazy things with their private parts, and it costs nothing. It's like this magical, intense moment, and they film stuff too. That's probably filmed all the time. Oh, actually, no, they don't. That's really frowned upon in society to bring that up. Like, I feel like if we step back and like, it's so silly that we're so weird about that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think if you really incorporate it like into art, I feel like certain crowds have now become like desensitized between like visual arts, like paintings, photography, and like some films. So some of your fans may be like totally cool with it, and they would encourage you to have that kind of material.
Yeah, no, I think it'd be. Maybe we'll have to make a love song and then perform it live and like actually have people make love in front of everyone while doing it.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Performance art piece.
Yeah, like
A performance art piece.
like Birdman. Perfect. It'll be real.
Yeah, just I don't know. But yeah, it's like today, it's not performing as a band type. It's just another way of presenting it that people remember it and have a good time. And so I've been trying to think of something that would be really memorable, that where people would walk away and go, oh my god, that was so cool, and create memories to it.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, since you haven't done a live show before, are you preparing? Do you want to go on a tour like eventually, or have you planned out anything like that?
Not really. I don't know. I feel like people think I'm lying when I tell them I'm not knowing what I'm doing, but I don't know what I'm doing. So I don't know. It's getting to a point almost where I'm going, okay, I might have to come up with something that people would enjoy. And I don't know, it's hard figuring it out because I know it would be a ton of money and all that stuff, and I'd have to make sure I'm absolutely in love with the idea. But like right now, I wouldn't want to go perform live because I'm sure if someone saw me and they didn't listen to my recordings, they'd be like, wow, that sucked. What an idiot. It wouldn't be fun for people. So,
well, I'm sure it wouldn't be too bad, and maybe I don't know, maybe one day when you're in your bedroom, just wake up and you'll say, "Wow, I have an awesome idea for a show, but I'm only gonna do 3." And then then it'll be a very special moment, and it could be a very organic process.
Do only 3 shows?
Yeah, or have bedroom shows. Like the whole audience has to be in your bedroom, sitting on your bed watching you.
That would be really cool. See, I would hopefully it gets big where I actually could, hey, if you're a big fan, Come to my bedroom. I'll play you some new stuff. I'll play along with the old stuff. But I really do, like, I've gotten so much support in Seattle that I think it would be cool, like, if my music were to really catch on to people, that I could just, randomly go do one show or, like a last-minute thing.
Yeah, you could be spontaneous about it and just dip your feet in the water and see if you like it and how people respond.
Yeah, see, I don't even know if I have stage fright or any of that. Like, I hopefully I don't.
Yeah.
You could wear a wig like Sia, and you don't even have to face the audience, or you can turn around backwards and play your guitar.
God, it's so weird that she does that too. Like, I don't know why she hides her face.
And she didn't, and it's funny because she didn't always hide her face. I'm more than positive in 2008, I saw this random music video with her, and I totally saw her face. I know what she looks like.
No, it's like, her old albums, she definitely, like, she is on the cover of one of her old albums. So I'm not, like, so people are like, oh, like, we can't see her. And it's like, well, yes, you can.
Like, look it up, but that is an option for you if you want to take that.
You know what? I actually tried doing that. In the beginning, when I first signed, I was going, would it be cool if, like, because I had to do, like, promo pictures and stuff, and I thought it would be cool if I just never showed my face. And I wanted my other friends to also put on ski masks and stuff so people thought it was an actual band, and they said no. One of them, someone commented that it sounded too much like 21 Pilots, or...
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the hard thing, is that it's really hard to be, like, completely original without someone calling you out and comparing you to someone else. There's always going to be that one thing that someone will say that is relative to someone else.
Yeah, I don't know. I even don't like... getting messages or something about my physical appearance, because it's like, that has nothing to do with my music. If you like the music, that's great. Listen to it. Comment on the music. Do not comment on what I'm wearing or what I'm doing. Who cares? And so I would like that if I could hide my face, and it's like, can't say anything. You're just listening to the music. That is it.
So if this is a random question, but we like to ask really random questions for all the artists we interview. So my question for you is, if you were a non-human animal, what would you be and why?
Rabbit. Probably a rabbit. There's a rabbit in my backyard that I'll feed every now and then. And it seems like all this rabbit does is have sex and eat. And I feel like that would be a pretty good lifestyle to leave behind, like, that's all I did in life was I had sex and I ate. There was nothing else. No worries, no responsibilities. I am just focused on doing me. That is so cool. I'm pretty jealous every time I come across this rabbit.
Well, you'll have millions of offspring. You gotta remember that. Granted, you don't have to provide for them for too long.
Rabbits got it made, man. They got it figured out. They know what they're doing. And I'm just sitting at this rabbit and going, what the hell am I doing wrong, man? I'm confused. You have it all together.
Well, I'm sure one day, you'll have it figured out. But I'd really be interested in hearing a song about the rabbit in your backyard. Like, you could just, like, release it really secretly.
I do want to, I fed this squirrel for, like, 3 years. And I named him Nutty Professor, and he would come inside and, like, eat lunch with me and stuff. Yeah, he'd, like, crawl up on me to get his Costco nuts I'd buy for him, and
that's some
it was,
fancy
like,
nuts.
just before summer that he stopped coming around. I don't know what happened to him, but
he moved on.
I noticed that he used to tap on the glass if I couldn't see him for me to open the door for him. And, like, every morning I'll walk by and, like, hope I hear him tapping on it, and I never do.
Wow.
But hopefully he, like, I don't even want to say it, but, maybe just went off and found a new calling.
He definitely was like, gotta find a new human. He wasn't satisfied with your Costco nuts. He needed something more.
No, I thought I, like, explode him to death. And I don't know. When I was thinking about writing new songs, I was like, I have to do one about Nutty Professor, but I don't want to come across like as crazy to other people. Like, what the hell? Homeboy had a pet wild squirrel.
Well, what you could do is like when only a few number of people purchase whatever, you could like send like a random like digital or like physical copy of like a demo of Nutty Professor in the mail, and it'd be like a limited edition, and only those few people will have it.
Yeah, I had a picture of me and him where we're like maybe like 2 inches apart. It got like a ton of favorites.
Should definitely. Does it hanging up in your room? I think you need
I
to have.
probably should. It was pretty funny. Like, I got my film camera out and everything. Like, I was like, we're going to take a cool picture today.
Wow.
But yeah, then of course, like, there's some people I meet and I'll show them, they're like, that's kind of scary.
Yeah, did he ever bite you?
That's so funny. One time he scratched me. I ignored him for like a week. It was probably my fault. Okay, now I sound like a girlfriend that was like abused by her boyfriend, but I like put the nut down like too slowly, and I must have been teasing him, but he scratched me. I was like, what the? Like yelled at him and everything, and then like a week later, I was like, oh man, he's probably out there just. He knows that he did wrong. It's okay. I can do you.
You taught him his lesson, using the silent treatment.
I know. I felt like a parent. I was like, what have I done wrong? What have I not raised him right? He attacks me.
I mean, rebellious teenager. It happens.
It does. And then there was like one day he came up in his arm, leg, I don't know what you call it. It was bloody and he was limping. I was like crying. I was like devastated. I tried calling like this animal control wildlife people to come fix him. They told me if I put him in a cage, they would, but I wouldn't do that. So
yeah, you gotta live by your own morals. You don't put yourself in a cage. You don't put Nutty Professor in a cage.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not doing that to him. What the heck? He's free. He can come here and we're cool, but I'm not putting him in a cage. But yeah, he got better. And then I don't know where he went now.
Well, hopefully you get a replacement squirrel soon.
Nothing to replace Nutty Professor. It's just funny because, like, I was at my friend's house the other day and I saw a squirrel run by and I was like, where are you, Nutty? Oh, cool. Thanks. I had fun talking to you guys.
All right.
You guys have a good night.
Yeah,
Thanks.
you too.
You too.
Bye.
All right, bye.